Hi, good afternoon. I'm Wendy Nelson, CEO of LeadingBiotech, and I'm here today with CarolynMorgan, President of Precision Effect. I'm really looking forward to having Carolyn moderate our panel on building your biotech at our upcoming Boston CEO and BD meeting, which will be presented digitally on September 22nd. Carolyn, thank you so much for joining me here today.
Thank you so much, Wendy. Really appreciate the opportunity. Looking forward to chatting with everyone soon.
Excellent. So to start, Carolyn, as a leader, how have you had to evolve in 2020?
Well, I would say that there's been a lot of pressures on leaders, unlike ever before, in this current pandemic and this current situation. It's just been one punch after another all year long. And I wouldn't say that it's been as much evolving as it has been about leaning in. I think that as leaders now more than ever, we've had to show our vulnerable side. Be a little bit more accessible to our teams in different ways than we had before. I know I've been able to spend a lot more one-on-one time with teams because of Zoom, which has actually been nice. And I think more than anything, it's been about listening, really leaning in and listening to what do the teams need, what do our employees need, what do our clients need to be as successful as possible in their endeavors.
Absolutely. What is an idea or task that you have seen deployed in 2020 that has helped during all of this unease?
Well, I think it has really been about flexibility and agility. We have had to just change our entire work structure and our workflows, and we really all had to do it on a dime. And I think that is just something that is really inherent, particularly in creative agencies, that we need to be agile and we need to be flexible. And our clients have needed more out of us this year than maybe ever before. We needed to help them reach doctors and patients in new and novel ways, and to really step up our game in ensuring that we were enabling them to be able to communicate effectively and quickly really important healthcare information, so that the ball wasn't dropped and everybody was still getting what they needed to be able to thrive every single day.
Right, yeah. What looks different to you as we head into 2021?
Well, I think from a biotech standpoint, so much, right? I think from a biotech standpoint, it will continue to thrive, and it'll keep moving forward. We've seen that, right? Our market has been one that has really survived and thrived during this unprecedented time, which has been something that's been nice. And I think for all of us who have picked healthcare as our field of choice, we're pleased with that. I do think that there's a lot of change coming for us, continued change, and one that we need to embrace. For our employees, it's going to be very much what does the new normal look like? How do they come back into the offices? Do they come back into the offices? I think they're afforded much more flexibility now in choosing where they work and how they work than they ever have been. And while this has always been a very competitive environment, I think that's going to continue and be even more so as we go into 2021, because there's different things that people are considering now as they're kind of emerging from this pandemic and this kind of new normal. I think for our clients, they are demanding more and more that we are thinking through how are we going to engage folks virtually. What does that continue to look like? How do we get in front of physicians in non-manpowered ways? How do we help reps prepare for different types of sales calls, different types of trade show engagements now that they're all moving virtually? I think HCPs are seeing just an expansion of telemedicine. How do we help them in that new environment? And patients are just so much more empowered than ever before.
Right. Yes, very true. So what are you hoping people get out of your panel discussion on September 22nd?
I am so excited to hear from PJ, from Bernard, from Jody. We're going to be talking about how to build your biotech, but also layering into that like this new normal. How does that impact people and how they're approaching that, their products and their development cycle and their development processes? And what are pitfalls that they've seen that they've been able to avoid? What advice would they give their fellow peers and colleagues as they're building their biotechs out? I'm excited to learn from them.
Absolutely. You do have a rock star panel, so I am certainly looking forward to the conversation myself. And thank you so much for joining me here today. We will see you on September 22nd.
Can't wait, Wendy. Thank you.
Stay well. Take care.